There's no time for pee breaks, buddy.
17.
Always like to say, we are recording. Wait, we're not on airplane mode, though. Take it away.
Matt and Becca. Take it away.
It's
Welcome,
episode 23.
guys. Episode 23. I was supposed to lead the podcast last week. I wanted to do a podcast, but Rebecca said, no, it's Thanksgiving.
No, I did not say that. I was actually planning on it after you were like, no, we have to stay with the weekly podcast. But I was like, hey, people are on a little bit of a break, a little bit away from technology. We can have 1 week off of the pod, and then enjoy time with family. But this is your excuse for not leading the podcast now?
That was supposed to be last week.
So now it's a lost cause. He was like, well, it was supposed to be last week, and now I can't lead the podcast. Come on, you can do it. Lead
Next
us through
week,
the
I
intro.
will lead us.
You keep saying that. Come on, it's now or never.
I didn't prepare anything.
It's now or never. Do you want all the questions and everything?
No, see, I don't have any of the questions. They don't send me that stuff. Let's talk about it. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? We had an amazing Thanksgiving. What did you think about Thanksgiving, Rebecca?
I thought it was great. It was the first time I tried sweet potato pie.
With the marshmallows on top.
Yeah, whoever thought of like that combination is a complete weirdo, but
You
it
didn't
worked
like
out. No, I loved it, but that was the thing is I would never, ever in a million years to think like take a sweet potato, bake. Well, I'm sure is there other things in it? I didn't make it or anything. Or do you just like there's probably like brown sugar and all this other sugary
they always
stuff.
add sugar
But then
to
they're
that
like
stuff.
marshmallows on top, and it looked nasty. It really does look nasty. It doesn't look appetizing, but it was really good. So I thought it was great. All the food was delicious. Very thankful for so many things. And
Gave lots of thanks. I made my turkey, guys. If you saw, I posted a picture.
I was very proud.
I was laughing. I know. I was laughing at that picture after the fact because I looked like a 10-year-old so proud of himself for getting straight A's or something.
Look, Ma, I did it.
I did it, Mom.
Yeah. And your mom took a picture of
Yes,
you.
my mom.
She was like, let me take a picture of you. Oh, it was funny. It was a good time. Hopefully, whether you guys
Blitz
had
got the turkey neck.
Yeah, I'll recreate the scene of Blitz
guzzled.
eating the turkey neck. The whole thing just slurped down. We both stood there like, oh, bad idea. But he is okay. You know what? Maybe that's why he's been up a little bit.
No,
He's still
that was a
feeling
week ago.
the effects
That
of
was a week
slurping the turkey neck. Whether you guys had a busy seeing of all the family type of Thanksgiving or a very chill Thanksgiving, I hope it was good to you guys. And it is now time to get back to the pod. Right before we... Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to be leading this thing.
No,
I'm
go.
just taking over. Come on.
I let
Come
us
on.
with Thanksgiving.
All right,
Go.
all right.
You
We'll
had a
let
thought.
Matt off the hook a little
No.
bit. A little bit. But you still got to lead one of these podcasts, okay? You're going to have to take some time to prepare and get ready to lead us for episode either 24 or 25. Come on. Come on. They want to see it. The people want to see it. Anyways, right before, like literally, right before we drove up here to the gym, we're getting messages to hop on the Barbell Spin podcast because apparently some big announcement is happening. By the time you guys see this podcast episode, we will know what this announcement
We're about to
is.
find
We're
out.
literally like having to speed through the pod now because we're about to hop on this conversation, and apparently there's breaking news, literal, actual breaking news, not the fake news that I gave last night on Reel.
Wait.
Thank you, Bob. Breaking news, we will be on the Barbell Spin podcast to talk about whatever the CrossFit breaking news is that we have no idea. I literally messaged them. I was like, did I miss something?
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I was like, I was just going to go about my day and
Like, what's going to happen?
yeah. So anyways, that will be happening. I'm slightly nervous for that, to know what is
Can't
going
control
on.
it. We'll see what
But it
happens.
has something to do with us being affiliate owners, and there has been some like recent just nothing's new around here. There's been lots of changes over the years when it comes to CrossFit, the brand, and how they're trying to help out affiliates and do all that stuff. But that just happened right before we hopped on. Other exciting Thanksgiving week stuff that happened right out there is our new big yellow friend.
She went Black Friday shopping. She actually bought herself something.
It was scary. It was really scary. Guys, I bought myself a car. It was my first, like, big girl purchase, and we made it real big.
You're gonna post a picture of it right here?
Yes, I'm trying. Today was supposed to be the day I made the whole hype intro video for our new big yellow friend, which is the new H2 Hummer that sits outside the gym now. We went all big Becca style on it, but the weather is so crappy today. I don't think that video is going to happen today, so I'm trying to make a everything's bigger, getting bigger announcement video, and we'll use the Hummer and some funny reels and all that good stuff because that's what we do around here. But that also happened, so the big Becca mobile is...
It's pretty cool.
It's fun, guys.
It's a big giant tank, and it's funny to see Rebecca just
that's what
driving through town.
Everyone, it was funny it was
in her
really
tank.
Fun to see everyone's reaction at the gym because I mean it stands out right there. They're like, "What is this? Yeah. Whose big yellow Hummer is this?"
I mean,
and
it's
I'm
the
like,
exact opposite
"Hi,
of Marsh.
That's mine." And yeah, before if you
picked
guys
an exact opposite car from Marsh, her other car that she loves, and she's sad that she's giving away.
I know.
But
There's some good memories, and Marsh, aka Marshmallow, traded him in for something very different. So get ready for that. There's going to be some fun videos and stories with the big Becca mobile, who will have a name eventually. But in regards to that, guys, if you feel a little bit crazy and it like that was like a crazy decision purchase, I was kind of trying to talk myself out of it a little bit, but I was like, you know what?
it wasn't crazy in that you needed a new car.
Yes.
Marsh had served its
But did
purpose.
we need that? Not necessarily, but it spoke to me. And I was like, you know what? I just feel it. I feel like we have to go for this. And when you get those feelings, guys, you go for it. And it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Be big, live big.
Live big, be big, everything. You're big,
No
we're
regrets.
big. No regrets. Have some fun, live life. So that's been happening. We are giving away these boxes with Polar, wait, why do I keep, Verity Sense, because I have two. I keep forgetting the names for them. The Polar Verity Sense, if you guys follow the newsletter, you're awesome, one. If you don't follow the newsletter, you wouldn't know that we are giving away these 3 boxes with Polar Verity Senses in them. They are the little bands you usually see around my arm, but fun fact, these heart rate monitors, you can move them anywhere. So you can get different types of bands for them, like the classic chest strap. Polar makes those, but this one is a little bit smaller, so I like to wear it around my arm if I'm doing something like muscle ups and I don't want it on my arm. Fun fact, you can put it on like your calf and it'll be out the way. You can kind of put it anywheres, and this one also comes with like a swim goggle, like slide it on your swim goggles connector, and it's waterproof, all that good stuff. So thought it's right before Christmas. Some folks might need some fun gifts, so here we go. This is how the giveaway is going to work.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. This is how the giveaway is going to work. If you're listening to the podcast right now, you've already did step 1. Great job. Step 2, you got to get in the comments section, and you have to answer these 3 questions. We have 3 boxes to give away. I will pick 3 winners that answer these questions correctly, and one of the questions I just want to see a really good answer for. So question number 1. To win the Polar Verity Sense giveaway. Thank you. Thank you. What is your next goal for your health and fitness? I want to know that. I want to know how you're going to use the Polar Verity Sense. Are you signing up for a competition? Are you signing up for a race? Or are you just trying to get healthier? Are you trying to like build some good life habits, like meal prepping or getting on a good training schedule, anything health and fitness
Specific
related.
goal though.
Yeah, I want you to like.
Can't be get healthier. It's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 8,000 steps a day, or I'm gonna meal prep and not cheat for 30 days or something like that.
Yep. As we get to the end of the year and we will erase our goal board and rewrite all of our goals for 2024, I always try to encourage people like, be specific. Like, this is 1 year. We're going to try to get some things done. Be specific. Don't just write, lose weight. Give yourself a number to shoot for. Give yourself a time frame to shoot for. Not just get stronger at pull-ups. No, write a number of pull-ups up there. Write, I want to get a chest bar this year. I want you to be specific because that'll help you stay accountable and create the checkpoints you need to create to actually achieve these goals. If they're broad and gray area wishy-washy, you're just kind of like, I'm kind of getting after this.
I heard a quote recently about breaking habits or addictions. Like when you decide to, you'll actually do it. There's 100 ways to actually break the habit or the cycle. But when you just want to, you're not going to change your habit. So the same thing with like a goal. When you kind of like, I want to kind of be healthy versus like, no, I'm deciding I'm going to do this. It's like kind of that last little bit of specificity to your goal will help you to be more likely to achieve it. Boom.
There you go. So that's question number 1. Tell me about that. Question number 2 and question number 3 are Becca and Matt trivia questions that if you've been following along and follow us everywhere you should be following us, you would know. You might have to dig through some old videos though. Question number 2 is, what is the name of my own personal squid hat? When we did the squid hat giveaway, I did name my squid hat, and I still remember it. It is actually on the video, so if you don't remember it, you're going to have to scroll back through some Instagram videos and find that giveaway and find the name. And then finally, question number 3. I came up with these questions. What is Becca and Matt's age gap?
Oh, wow.
I was just throwing it out there.
Oh,
those are your 3 questions. Get in the comment section for a chance to win the Polar Verity Senses. Thank you, Polar. Guys, we're not sponsored by Polar, but I've been chatting with them. They've been kind enough to send us some products to do fun giveaways like this. So, Merry Christmas. Okay. Fun stuff.
Nice.
All right, we're going to
Thanks to Polar for sending
into
these
questions.
to
Yeah.
give away.
Thank you, Polar. That's so they make some cool stuff. Be sure to check them out, guys. Other than that, the other brand you have to check out, you know what the deal is. It's resin. This podcast is brought to you by resin. All the good hydration-ness is right here in these packets that if you guys haven't seen or checked out just yet, try to get to it. I've enjoyed them big time in my training. I like sip on watermelons and blue raspberries and peach mangoes all day. They really are delicious. But here we go. Resin is changing the game when it comes to hydration because now you can have caffeine at the same time you're staying hydrated. We need all of that for all the energies, and I've been trying to stay more hydrated, right? Just having way too many bathroom breaks though because of this.
That's your goal has been drinking water first thing when you
Yes,
wake
it
up.
actually has been. And then resin has been helping me stay hydrated when I overdose on caffeine. Their product Endure is not just another electrolyte drink mix, but a complete pre-workout that ensures you get the most out of every serving. Each box of resin Endure comes with 15 stick powder packets that you'll add to 12 to 20 ounces of water. Shake it up and enjoy 30 minutes prior to your activity. I drink it all day long though, guys. You can drink it all day long. It's delicious. Here's what's in each Resin Endure packet: 150 milligrams of natural caffeine, 250 milligrams of L-theanine, 780 milligrams of electrolytes, 1,250 milligrams of coconut water powder, plus 750 milligrams of beetroot powder, 3 to 4 grams of organic cane sugar, natural flavorings, and we still don't have banana, so resin is safe with me. It delivers consistent energy without the crash, which is awesome. We don't like to crash around here. We have way too many things to do. This means we can finally have the best of both worlds when it comes to caffeine and hydration, guys. Be sure to go check out goresin.com to shop Endure and other bundles these guys got for us. That's GORESN.com, and use my code BIGBECCA to save 10% on your orders. And stick around for all the fun stuff we have happening with them. Great people, great company. Love them. Thank you, Resin.
And they have some cool apparel too.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's on their
It is.
website, but
It
they have
is.
some cool stuff.
He was rocking the crew neck
Yeah.
with Resin. They have these bright colors all over their apparel, so check them out. Good people, great company. And now let's get into them questions. Hey, Matt, Becca and Blitz. Becca, how
Blitz.
are you on a bulk and not losing your abs or any muscle definition. Isn't that usually what happens when you eat all those carbs, then go on a cut later? Okay. So it's not like I'm out here eating pizza and donuts every single day. I know that is a process you can go through of just like, if you're just trying to, you can talk about this from like football days, because that's a whole like gain weight super, super fast based on your position and everything. And my game right now is steadily trying to put on muscle mass in good weight that way. So what I'm doing is eating my normal clean, very, very clean food and trying to eat a lot of it. Yes, there have been some things I've been adding more to like my my eating, which is cereal. I eat like cereal and like I'm not stingy with like the milk I put with it and everything, which is delicious and fun. But other than that, I'm not like just eating crappy things that'll put fat on me and make me lose my definition. I'm eating good foods and just eating a whole lot more of it. And I feel like there's a lot of work I'm still trying to get to. Like I'm up like a few pounds versus last year, because I can average around 128 these days. Still getting close to breaking that 130, and I got to get to 132 to beat you. But other than that, it's not as simple as eating a whole bunch of donuts and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're still trying to get better at eating enough to get more in a caloric surplus. Like we're still trying to get better at that, because there's times of the week or weekend days that kind of get you out of rhythm sometimes. So there's ways we're still trying to get better at that. But it's all, I think sometimes some of the stuff too is we're not doing like a full on like bodybuilding type situation where we're still very mindful of performance. And yes, we're doing less Metcons and we're doing less conditioning in some ways to try to like put more effort and more intensity into our strength training so we can get stronger. But we're still doing CrossFit. Like we're not like just completely like doing a big bulk like a bodybuilder would do, or somebody else would do, where they're like, or like a football player where it's just like get as much mass as you can.
Yeah.
So there's a balance there, and CrossFit's such a unique sport. I think too, just for the mental side of it and having to reapproach conditioning and Metcons, that if you totally went like that old school way of bulking of like just eat as much and really try to pack on the pounds and build muscle, good. And then try to come back to it, it's just way, way harder and just can hurt your confidence too. So it's a balance there, and I think there's some things we're continuing to get better and trying to encourage her to eat and make bets. We have some little bets going on to like just try to encourage her to like finish her plate and all that kind of stuff. So and you're not like a foodie type person, really?
No, I've never been.
So there's certain things like if it was me, I would be like, just do what you're doing and then add some peanut butter at the end of the day, but you don't eat peanuts because they'll kill you. But so we're still trying to get that exact
nut allergy folks.
That exact surplus down.
That food group out of the question.
But also, it's not as traditional. We're not trying to do a traditional bulk that you would see in the bodybuilding or some of the other kind of sports world.
I mean, if you would see me training every single day, and especially like even sometimes when I do get like more traditional CrossFit Metcons, it'll get in my head a little bit that we've done less of it, and I'm like, oh, I'm fat and I'm out of shape now. When really, like, I'm just being dramatic. I know I'm not. We're just doing less of it now because our goal is to put on mass and get strong right now. That's where our focus is.
It's different, like doing hypertrophy lifting, like those sets of 10 front squats.
Yeah.
It's freaking hard.
It's horrible.
Like you're putting so much intensity and work into that we need to have time to recover from that. And so there's a yin and yang there, but it's not like some of the style of lifting or strength training you're doing isn't very difficult or gets you out of breath or just a different type of stimulus than
I do have to thank you for always being so encouraging for me when I'm like trying to finish my plate. He's like, I've been there before. You said you've had to bulk for your old football days, so
Yeah.
Like, when you're not hungry and you're forcing yourself to eat, it is not that fun. But we're getting better. All right, here we go. Next question. What do you plan on doing when your career is over? Like when I'm over 35. That was like kind of specific part to that question. I don't know.
Monster truck driver.
Monster truck driving. Monster Jam was in town, and I think it does come to town pretty often around here because we're in Dallas. And I was like, that is something like my parents were never into. I always knew of, and I want to go. I don't know if that's like more kids go to that, but I want to go see Monster Jam. And I want to drive a monster truck. So I'm getting closer with my new vehicle out there. But honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of like a weirdo in a way that like I try to stay organized and plan like goals and what I want to do over a period of time. But at the same time, I also like don't get so caught up in being so specific and having to be like, oh, I got to be this at this point in my life and this point at this point in my life, because you can't really predict everything that's going to happen. Life will do whatever it wants to do, and you just got to kind of roll with the punches, but kind of have some structure to follow. One is I know I'll always be working on something, whether it be, I'll always be trying to keep myself healthy because I've been an athlete my whole life. But other than that, probably doing something creative, video making, painting shoes, hopefully. I'm sure I'll still be doing that. Things I just enjoy. I want to keep having fun with it. Maybe I'll be competing still. I don't know. Whatever sounds fun to me. But I'll always be working, and you know that. Sad you're stuck with me.
Yeah.
Or that'll be working. Is there anything fun you want to do? That's like 7 is, no, that's not 7 years. How old am I? Jeez.
That's how old
years.
you see yourself.
That is how old I see myself. And how bad I am at math. There's another question that's down the list on here that says, how long do you plan on competing? I kind of, honestly, like I've thought of this more recently. Guys, I definitely plan to like compete for quite a few more years. Like 4 to 5 sounds still good to me right now. But as soon as it's not fun to me, I'll stop. If it's not fun, there's no point in doing it. But I'm having fun right now. We'll see what happens after this video call, I guess. All right.
The CrossFit news.
CrossFit news. Next question. Question for both of you. If a girl/hero workout was named after you, what would it be? Wow. That's a big... I don't want to touch anything like a hero workout.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
But I mean, I guess just like movements.
Your essence as an athlete.
I guess it just has to be on like
the workout is like your favorite things or how you kind of are as an athlete, like your essence as an athlete.
Yeah, so let's pick some movements. Squatting and gymnastics, easy. Squat volume, moderate, like.
So Fran.
Wait, Fran.
That's a.
Okay, I'll take it.
You love any
that's
combination
a short person.
Squat
and pull.
Being on the pull-up bar.
Yep. There you go. So something like Fran sounds great to me. But I don't like how fast that is. A longer, nastier version of Fran. Oh, wait. We did that in the open. 33, 27,
Oh, yeah.
21, 15, 9.
Yeah.
That open workout that no one likes. That's actually my jam. So I'll pick that one. You are...
I don't know.
Some heavy lifting. But also some high-skill gymnastics. Like
Yeah.
you're...
Amanda. That would be one.
Yeah.
That would
Squat,
definitely,
snatches,
2
and
of
ring
my favorite
muscle-ups.
movements. Definitely.
A version of Amanda. And do you like that
And it's
time
short.
frame?
Yes. That's it for me.
His new name is Amanda. There you go. Okay, that was fun.
And that's 975 muscle ups and squat snatches.
Yeah.
If you don't know, 135, 95.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it, high skill, and those snatches, like they're squat snatches, so they're a little bit trickier for some people. I do like that workout too. See, although we are different, we do have some similarities.
You said the volume gymnastics thing. That would be the last thing I would pick.
Yeah, you're just a little bit. But the tricky part is like you're good at gymnastics. It's just volume, specifically volume gymnastics, because you're big. Next question. How do you make your protein coffee? Y'all want to hear my process on how to make my protein? This is where like I kind of get insecure about some things because I figure out like these janky ways to make like things that I like, because parts of me is like,
You need
I'm
that little
cheap.
spinner thing that my mom
Like
had.
people are like, I always try to find ways around things. And
That's why it was a Thanksgiving Day miracle that you bought that.
I know.
Like,
I
couldn't
was
believe it.
planning. I was honestly, it all happened so fast, which was a good thing. But I was planning on talking myself out of that Hummer dream, but it didn't. And now it's sitting out there, and I keep looking at it. But here's what I do. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me, all you coffee lovers out there. This is what I love. This is what tastes good in my mouth, and I love it, and it gets me my protein. I literally come in, and the first thing that I do is I go to our Keurig. I put a red Solo cup under the Keurig and make a cup of coffee. The cup of coffee then goes in the freezer while I train so it cools down. Then I take the cup of coffee out, put it in my shaker cup, add milk, add protein, shake it up, and then I put it back in the red Solo cup and then enjoy it. I keep forgetting to buy whipped cream that goes on top of it, but Matt goes, "You don't need whipped cream," but in my mind, it is not perfect until I remember to buy whipped cream from the store. That's how I do it. It's literally just regular coffee that gets put in the freezer to cool down. And it's my version of cold brew. It's freezer.
Just freeze your coffee.
Yeah, he thinks I'm a psycho for when I have food that's too
you
hot.
do all sorts of
I like
stuff.
to
You microwave the ice cream.
for like 9 seconds, literally 9 seconds, so it softens.
No, sometimes it gets too soft.
Yeah, because I forget it in there.
You're an impatient chef. That's the other
No, you claim to be efficiency boy, but who's the real efficient person around here?
Me.
The person who
No.
cools off their food by putting it in the freezer and heats up their food by putting it in the microwave.
There's another one that you do.
I put
remember
eggs in the freezer
Oh
when
yeah,
they're too
eggs
hot.
in the freezer. That is terrible.
It's any food. In the freezer, if it's too hot, it cools it down faster.
Wait like 10
does-
seconds and your eggs will be cool
No,
enough at room
well, if I
temperature.
put it in the freezer, I only have to wait 5 seconds. In your
Nobody
face.
wants cold eggs.
Next question. You've mentioned Matt looks for the best deals in protein powder. So which is the best? Rank your top 3. I read this and I was like, I think I've only tried like 3 different protein powders, to be honest.
I mean, I don't supplement a lot with protein anymore.
What is the one you have in there?
It's just Dynamax.
It's like a huge tub.
Yeah, Dynamax.
Okay. I usually just do a
I just
scent
try to
right
avoid
now.
fillers, stuff with lots of fillers in it, with lots of extra ingredients in it.
And one that's not
Most of those companies are
unnecessarily
getting their whey
expensive.
protein from like a similar source, so the actual protein isn't. They'll say that they do it special ways, but it's really just they're getting it from the same manufacturer and then they're just adding their own flavors or their own unique twist to it.
Oh,
so-
I have the answer. My favorite protein is actually those Fairlife drinks. Those
That's 'cause it tastes like a
straight up
dessert.
chocolate milk. Straight up chocolate
not-
milk. And then if I haven't had my protein
It's
and I
probably
go to
not-
the store for grocery shopping, I'm like, shoot, I forgot my protein shaker. I have to buy one of these now so I get my protein in. Shoot.
Girl math.
Girl math. Those are good. If you struggle,
That's 'cause it's like a dessert.
Like I've been trying to hook like my little kiddos that don't like to eat, and they have to. I mean, one of them, they just like they're trying to get her to eat more protein. I'm like, get her hooked on those Fairlife things. Those are awesome. But other than that, I use a scent right now, and the only other, I'm not sponsored by any of this, so maybe you could tell them to sponsor me or something. My protein is something I used to use because it was like a different flavor and it was lighter on my stomach. It's just another whey protein, but I don't feel like that had a lot of goodness in it. I don't know. Those are the only ones I've tried. Oh, and I used to drink muscle milk because we could get a big thing from Costco, but that one doesn't taste as good. Cool. There you go. Next question, do you take pre-workout? No, but I drink enough caffeine to consider my whole life might be on pre-workout. But specifically, like,
I've tried to
pre-workout
get her
that
to-
gives you, like, the jitters
I've tried
and
to get her
everything.
to try the pre-workout.
I think my heart might explode.
But now she likes, I mean, now the resin is
I know,
perfect for that.
I noticed that since I've started
And it's
drinking
probably
those.
a little bit less of the super jittery caffeine feel. It's more of like,
Yeah, you don't.
you have the energy, but it's not
So
the...
here's what it is. And guys, I'm going to hint you on, give you a little bit of hint that they're coming out with new products too. But I'm not going to release any details. Just stay tuned. There is caffeine in these, which I love, but I don't feel wired. But I've noticed it's helping in my afternoon training, specifically because I'm up early, and then sometimes I'll have an afternoon crash, especially if it's Tuesday when I coach really early. So I've noticed that with these, and I love it. It won't leave you so jittery, awake at night too. But
Yeah.
I love it.
I like, I'll take a Muscle Farms pre-workout, but I think that's harder to find now. I don't even know if they manufacture it very much anymore. Just because I always thought it wasn't quite as made you as quite as jittery as something that's a little bit stronger. But
Yeah.
And then back in the
It's
day, I did
dangerous when I get those things that just wire me.
Inno Explode. I used to take that all the time back in the day.
Is that the one with the arrow, the in and the
Yeah.
with the arrow?
And it makes you feel like
That's just those
Yeah.
ghosts probably.
you turn into something
else.
else. The Incredible Hulk. You can feel it in your veins.
Next question. What are you looking at in this picture? And the picture you're referring to, I'll pop it up on the screen right here, is the one where I'm got the polar band on it. I used it because we were doing our polar giveaway, and I'm like this. No joke, I'm looking at Gerard's ear in that photo.
His
Have you ever
ear.
done that to someone? So when you want a weird gaze
but not
off, but
in
not
their face.
eye contact with the camera, it was a superhero gaze off, you look at someone's ear. If you ever want to make someone feel really uncomfortable, look at me.
It's like something's over my shoulder.
Yeah, you're just but you're if you do it from far away, you're confused. You're are they looking at me or someone behind me? I used to do that all the time to my siblings. Just stare at their ear. And they'd be like, stop. I'm going to go do that later. My brother's in town. He'll remember it. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Next question. This is for Matt.
Oh, I got a question just for me.
Can I take you out on a date? You're incredibly beautiful. That was actually, it wasn't addressed to anyone specific, but I assumed it was
Maybe
you.
it's for Blitz.
Oh, maybe it's for Blitz. He's incredibly beautiful, too. Hear that, buddy? He will not like you, though. I'm just kidding. He would like you if you give him food. Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings?
Star Wars.
Are you serious? Have you seen all the Lord of the Rings movies?
No.
No.
I like the first one, but then I think I tried to watch the second one, and I always just it's so long I couldn't
So,
stick with it.
these days, I don't watch movies at all because I don't sit down anymore. But if I had to pick one of the three, it'd be Star Wars. I've seen
The old Star Wars.
the old Star Wars. I've seen the majority of the Harry Potter movies, but only one time through. So I'm not I know a lot of people binge those and everything. I was never hooked on Harry Potter, and I can't really say anything about Lord of the Rings because when we tried to watch them the last time, I was this was forever ago, and they're so long, right?
Yeah.
They're very long. And I got
hard to
bored of them,
stay.
so I haven't even seen but I loved The Hobbit because I read the book. You read the book in school, and it was a great book, and then so I bet if I watched the Lord of the Rings now, I'd enjoy.
There's no way you'd be able to sit through that.
I mean, if I was doing arts and crafts while watching them. So Star Wars it is. I do like me some old school Star Wars. Next question. Which apps do you use to edit videos? Wow, they're just making me release all of my secrets on this episode. CapCut. I think a lot of people that do a lot of social media-ing use it because it's a great free app that does a lot of stuffs. So if you're looking to get into editing, really when I started my videos, guys, I was just using iMovie, which is dumb. don't use that anymore. It doesn't have any features on it, but it will just help you splice videos really fast.
And then you were using the unpaid version of the app.
I'm still using, no, don't bring that up again. Makes me pay 99 cents every month for this one app, but it does help me out a lot. I use CapCut. It is free. There's paid things you can do in the app, but shout out to my friends over at Cambro, Rocky. He was like, you gotta get onto this app. It's so much better. And it does. I was so stubborn about it because once you get in your groove, like using one platform, you're like, I really don't want to go relearn something else. This one's so easy. You learn it so fast, and it has so many cool features on it. CapCut in the App Store, I actually edit pretty much everything on this iPad, so you don't need anything fancy. Everything's shot on my phone. Don't make the excuse of if you're trying to get into the promoting stuff on social media or doing more media content, get your phone, start videoing. Public service announcement. Breaking news. Do we get an email or anything?
No.
Like
I'm
over
refreshing.
here, panicked. Would you dare to do a triathlon?
Yes.
I would. I mean, I just got to learn how to bike.
I forgot about that part.
I got the running and I got the swimming down. The biking, I don't even know how long. I know they have different types.
Yeah, you could.
You do sprint
You
tries
could do the
and
sprint
then
try
normal
right now, no problem.
If I don't fall off the bike.
You'd be fine.
Have you ever done one? I don't even think
No,
I've asked you that.
I've never done one.
Really? Not even when you got into like in between football?
No,
and
I just ran.
everything? Okay, maybe we'll have to compete
I was
in
yogging.
one.
I was yogging.
What is that?
Yogging.
What is that? What is yogging?
You don't know what yogging is?
No.
We go out for a nice jog every now and then.
Are you just saying a different word of jogging?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
From
like a-
Anchorman.
Oh, I need to watch the movie again. Such a great movie. So yes, and I've also told people like, it's just being in the fitness world. I feel like I'm gonna eventually. It is on my life's bucket list. Complete a marathon. It's not something I'm like I'm gonna be passionate about, but I'm gonna have to do that one day. Shout out Terry's doing the Dallas Marathon coming up. He was doing his little paced run on the runner last night. He's been here like every afternoon running away. I need to run like Terry, just like a little gazelle. Yeah, I can do that. Not anytime soon, but yeah, eventually. Next question. I don't have a question. Just hope you are doing well. Thank you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Do you have a favorite taco spot? Mr. Mexican food lover? You've gotten me a little bit more into Mexican food.
No, we hardly ever go to
But
Mexican food
like, I
spots.
love me some quesadillas. Here in Capel, you either have Anamia's, Ole's, or
Those aren't
Taco
really-
Bell.
There's Rosas too.
Oh, and then there's Rosa. Rosa's great.
No, those are like Mexican restaurants. They're not taco specific.
Well, do we have any
spots.
taco spots around here?
There are some in Dallas around, but I don't know if there's right
don't
nearby
venture
around
in.
us.
We've never ventured into Dallas for like specifically tacos, so I couldn't tell you. We'd have to call up Yashi Boy.
Yeah, send
The
us some
foodie.
some recs here in DFW if you're from here, or wherever you're from.
We're from here. We should be recommending these people taco shops, but we don't know any of that. But Mexican restaurants here in Capel, I pick Ole's over Anamia's. Anamia's like the hot spot in Capel for Mexican food. I think it's overrated. Ole's
wow.
is like little. Is that considered hole in the wall? It's like a little.
It's like a
Not
little
fancy,
family-owned,
yeah. Ole's, if you're in Capel.
old school
Yeah,
Mexican
just get
food.
some.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we went to TFX and you ordered the cactus, the prickly pear cactus or
Yeah.
something, and you didn't like it? I bet they
that
didn't
place
make
was
it right
interesting.
for you
That
or
place was
something.
interesting.
It was interesting. I was like, this is probably not the food I want to eat right before a competition. But he did try a prickly pear cactus, and I don't think they prepared it right for you. You said you didn't like it. Next question, are you affiliated with any brands? If so, can we know which ones? Absolutely. Resin, which I just told you guys, which is hydration. Cambro is my apparel company, and then I am partnered with Tier for my shoes. All of the info you can find on my Instagram page in my link tree for all the discount codes and everything you want to shop for the holidays. So they got some good deals going on. Those are my 3 current sponsors, though. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions about them. Next question.
We have like 1 minute until 1 o'clock. Just FYI.
Okay. We have a couple questions left.
2 quick questions.
Oh, wait, we knocked out that one. How long are you planning on competing? Is there a chance you would come visit us in Italy? We have amazing beaches.
My brother was just there
Yeah.
at the beach. Should have gone with Will.
Have I told you guys I haven't been out the country yet? I gotta explore. I gotta expand my wings, or is that a term? I gotta
Expand your horizons.
expand my horizons, fly, use my
Hopefully you don't get attacked by squirrels.
wings. Guys, I think there was a murder on our house between some squirrels attacked a bird this morning. There were bird feathers everywhere, and we
It
heard
was
like
so loud. It
squirrels
sounded
like
like there was a
rustling
person on our roof.
on the roof. Yeah, it was violent. R.I.P. to some bird. It's either
there's
like
feathers all over the yard.
It's either dead or it's missing a lot of feathers and flying around somewhere. Which sounds horrible, but that happened this morning. Yeah, I would love to go visit y'all's beautiful beaches. I just got to figure out how to get out of this. I'm just kidding. If money doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches? I can't answer this question. That is great. I can't believe I've never heard that before. I don't know how to respond to that, but that's great. Thank you for your question.
Don't get me started on the bank.
Okay. I won't.
Because the banks don't actually hold your money.
Oh,
I hope you guys know that. Your money is an IOU from the bank. They're not holding the money that they say that you have. It's an IOU. They're lending it out.
I said I wasn't going to get him started, and he got it started himself.
So there's really not any money on those branches.
What is money?
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome
you might
to the
think
No
there's
Regrets.
money in those branches, but there's not money in those branches.
Welcome to the No Regrets podcast.
There's
It's
numbers.
a fitness podcast, but also we talk
There's
about
numbers on a ledger.
how banking is all a lie.
It's true.
Okay, sorry we had to speed through a few questions. I got a few more bigger questions that I don't want to rush through that we'll save for next week's podcast. So if you guys didn't get your questions answered, just ask me again on Instagram next week, or DM them to me, or email them to me at getthatfusenews@gmail.com, and we'll save some good ones for next week's episode when Matt leads the podcast, you know? But now, I don't have our kazoos in here, so we have to make a fake kazoo noise. It is Coach Jen's question of the week. We have to answer this one. We did a pretty good job at Freaked Out Blitz. Coach Jen's question of the week is soup something you eat or drink? Is soup something you eat or drink? You know what this question
Depends
reminds
what
me of?
kind of soup. Like a stew, you're eating it.
No.
If it's got
soup.
stuff in it.
That's where I was going with
If
this.
it's just a
Stew you
pure-
eat. Soup you... What? You eat it.
You sip.
You know what this reminded me of? This is what it reminded me of. Did you ever eat... I mean, you ate ramen, right?
Yeah.
Like the horrible ones for you. The bricks that you just stick in water and then you put the little beef packet in it. I'd always like eat the noodles up and then try to drink the beef water. And I like loved it so much, but then I'd be
That's
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying.
this is
As long
gross.
as you're using a utensil
You
or
eat
like
it.
a piece of bread, you're eating it. As soon as you do this thing, like with your milk and after cereal, you're drinking it.
So the answer is, Jen, the answer is,
If you use a utensil or...
if you're the person that drinks the broth, you drink your soup. I don't drink the broth. I try to like scoop as much as I can like with the food, so like, but then you're always left with a little bit of broth. But I'm probably not ever the person that you'll see like lift up the bowl and like. Do you ever have a cereal bowl that had a straw with it?
I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. What's your favorite soup? And then we got to log off.
Oh, I don't.
You make
I
killer
like
chicken noodle
all
soup.
different kinds of soup.
Chicken noodle soup. It's
I
what
like
it's
broccoli
all
cheddar
about. Ooh, that's good too.
Like a good taco soup is good.
Chicken noodle soup.
So many
Because I love
different types.
noodles. And when the chicken's soaked in it, it's good. And the noodles are good.
Tortilla soup.
I gotta pee
All
too.
right.
All right, thanks for joining us. I know that was a little bit weird and wild and out there, but oh shoot, we didn't even talk about competing. We were all over the place with Hummers and giveaways. I guess we'll talk about that next time. So next time you'll have to look forward to building into competition.
Go win your Polar.
Yeah, get into this giveaway for Polar. Hope you guys had fun with us because this one was all over the place, but we always have a good time chatting with you guys. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and keep up with all the fun stuff we do around here. Peace out.